126 actual. Target is in the main house. You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
How's it going, troops? Jordan here, back again with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare Loadout video. In today's loadout video, we are moving further into Europe to join Poland's most elite Tier 1 special forces, the GROM, in Modern Warfare multiplayer. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and without further ado, let's take a look at our mission briefing. This is a class setup based on Poland's Tier 1 special forces group, GROM. We're going to engage in special operations across the world to take out HVTs that are a threat to Poland. And using our medical training, we're going to do our best to protect ourselves and our teammates from death. GROM, which stands for Jednotka Wojskowa Grupa Reagowania Operacyjno Manewrowego, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation there, are a team of Tier 1 operators who specialise in medical training and special operations for Poland. The group was founded in 1990 and is named after the Polish silent unseen paratroopers who fought to resist Nazi occupation in Poland back in World War II. Basing their model on other Tier 1 groups like SEAL Team 6 and the SAS, the Polish GROM fight in counter-terrorism operations in Europe and go behind enemy lines in parts of the Middle East. Throughout the 2000s, GROM joined both the US Navy SEALs and the British Royal Marines as they invaded Iraq and Afghanistan in the War on Terror. Some of the operations the GROM took part in included an assault on KAAOT oil terminals, the capture of a hydroelectric dam 57 miles northeast of Baghdad, and many more. Most recently, it was known that the GROM kept an eye on and protected Polish and international civilians during the UEFA Euro 2012 tournament. However, a lot of events have happened since then, and who knows what missions this elite team have carried out between then and now. All we do know is that GROM are out there, ready and waiting for their next call. So let's kick off this Polish GROM loadout by taking a look at our primary weapon that we're going to be equipping. The main go-to rifle these days for the GROM is the Heckler & Koch HK416. This extremely versatile weapon not only packs a punch, but also minimises recoil with its short stroke gas piston system. We don't exactly have the HK416 in Modern Warfare multiplayer, but we'll go with the closest associated rifle, that being the M4A1. But of course we can't go in bare bones, so let's equip some attachments for our M4A1 rifle. For our first attachment, we're going to choose a barrel, and I have selected the FSS 14.5 inch tac light. This lightweight barrel looks similar to the HK416C that I've seen being used in GROM training videos. While the barrel is a little shorter than a standard HK416 rifle, the bodywork is a close replica and provides us with a faster aim down sight speed in game. For our second attachment, we're going to choose a laser, and we're going to go with the 1mW laser. Laser sights are greatly seen attached to HK416s by the GROM, especially red laser sights. In Modern Warfare, we have the 1mW laser, which is the only red laser sight in the game, and so that's why we're going to choose it as our second attachment. For our third attachment, we're going to choose an optic, and I have selected the Integral Hybrid. Now, optical sights vary from operator to operator, but an optic I've commonly seen equipped by quite a number of them is the Integral Hybrid. This optical sight is 2-in-1, providing a 3.25 times magnification scope with an integrated red dot reflex on top, so we'll attach this for our third attachment. For our fourth attachment, we're going to choose a weapon perk, and I have selected Heavy Hitter. When in close quarters against terrorists, if they get too close to us, then we want to butt them with our weapon as hard as we can without killing them, as they might have information that the Polish government will want. So we'll go with Heavy Hitter as our fourth attachment. And finally, for our fifth and final attachment, we're going to choose an underbarrel, and I have selected the Ranger foregrip. This long and firm foregrip is usually equipped by most GROM operators and improves our recoil control at range as well as stabilising our aim on target. So that's why the Ranger foregrip will be our fifth and final attachment. So those are going to be our attachments for our custom HK416. Now let's move on to our secondary weapon of choice for this loadout. The GROM use a variety of European sidearms, including the FN57 and the Sig Sauer P226. But another common pistol they equip in their arsenal is the Glock 17. The Glock pistol is featured in Modern Warfare under the Infinity Ward name of X16, and so we'll equip the X16 pistol as our secondary weapon. And just like with our primary weapon, we can't go in bare bones, so let's equip some attachments for our X16 Glock. For our first attachment, we're going to choose a weapon perk, and I have gone for Fast Melee. With pistol comes fast reflexes, and being up close and personal with the enemy, we want to strike first before they even get the chance to. The Fast Melee weapon perk does just that, allows us to melee out enemies much faster. Need I say more? For our second attachment, we're going to choose a rear grip, and I have selected the granulated grip tape. This grip tape increases our aiming stability as well as our aim walking steadiness, and makes us better prepared when going deep behind enemy lines. And lastly, for our third and final attachment, we're going to choose a trigger action, and we're going to go for the match grade trigger. All sidearms used by GROM are match graded and ready for battle, so we'll equip the match grade trigger for our third and final attachment on our Glock. So those are going to be our primary and secondary weapons for this class setup. Now let's take a look at our perks and equipment that we're going to be selecting. For our first tier perk, we're going to choose Double Time. Whenever there is a terror alert in and around Poland, this tier 1 special forces group are immediately on the scene and ready to tackle any hostile threat in order to protect Polish citizens. Double Time lets us increase our tactical sprint so we can run into the multiplayer action much faster, so we'll go with Double Time as our tier 1 perk. For our tier 2 perk, we're going to choose Ghost. GROM are a very secretive group who take part in many classified operations across the globe. The Ghost perk in Modern Warfare keeps our radar signature a secret, much like the Polish GROM, and allows us to move into enemy territory undetected, so that's why it will be our tier 2 perk. And lastly, for our third tier perk, we're going to choose Battle Hardened. GROM operators wear thick dark green helmets to protect their heads from incoming shrapnel and gunfire, as well as to further camouflage themselves in the Balkans and the Middle East. The Battle Hardened perk features a military helmet and grants us extra protection against stun grenades and flashbangs, so we'll choose Battle Hardened as our tier 3 and final perk. Moving on now to our equipment. For our lethal equipment, I have chosen C4. When breaching a building, GROM operators use C4 explosives in order to detonate any barricaded or locked doors, so the operators can make their way inside and clear house. So that's why C4 will be our lethal equipment. And for our tactical equipment, we're going to go with the heartbeat sensor. GROM operators are known for specialising in medical training, and are sometimes given the nickname the surgeons for this. While we could go with the stim shot and regen our health that way, it's overused as hell in Modern Warfare, and here on the channel, we like to mix things up a bit. So my tactical choice is going to be the heartbeat sensor. This piece of kit lets us read enemy heartbeats and gives us an indication as to how far away they are from us, so we'll use our medical training to our advantage that way. Now that we've talked about our perks and equipment, it's time to finish off this loadout by taking a look at our field upgrade of choice, and of course our selection of 3 killstreaks. For our field upgrade, we're going to go with Dead Silence. GROM operators wear black ski masks as a way of protecting their identity from public and enemy eyes, so we'll select Dead Silence as our field upgrade to mimic this. Moving on now to our 3 selected killstreaks. For our first killstreak, we're going to choose the UAV. UAV drones and reconnaissance are used by GROM to track and locate their intended targets so they can proceed with their mission. The UAV drone in Modern Warfare flies high up around the map and sweeps our radar for enemy players that aren't running Ghost. So that's why the UAV will be our first killstreak. For our second killstreak, we're going to choose Wilson. GROM have took part in numerous operations during the war on terror in Afghanistan, and since Afghanistan has mountainous terrain, a lot of these terrorists would use the mountains and hidden caves to their advantage. But because we're the GROM, we're going to use a remote control UGV to move into unknown territory and clear our surroundings before we make our move. So we'll choose good old Wilson as our second killstreak. And finally, for our third killstreak, we're going to choose the support helo. Helicopter carriers are used by the GROM to transport operators from A to B, allowing them to rappel down to the ground. The support helo in Modern Warfare is the closest looking helicopter to the ones used by GROM, and flies around the map firing down on any hostiles it can detect. So that's why the support helo will be our third and final killstreak. Combining our weaponry, perks, equipment, field upgrade and killstreaks, disarm the rising terror threat patch up your fallen brothers, and hit your enemies where it hurts the most, in the GROM. So troops, that wraps up my Polish JW GROM loadout video for Modern Warfare. Next time you boot up Modern Warfare multiplayer, definitely give this class setup a try in game I pij zubra każdego dnia. If you did enjoy this loadout video, then give the video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then why haven't you? Hit subscribe right now and also click the bell notification icon next to it, so that way you're always notified as to when I make an upload. If you have any friends who might be interested in this sort of content, then share the video around with them to help give my loadout videos and my channel more widespread exposure. And if you want to see behind the scenes previews of my loadout videos, you can follow me on Twitter at jordanxbrookes for all the latest on there. Also, at the time of recording this video, it is the 25th of October 2020 and Modern Warfare has officially turned 1 year old. So happy birthday Modern Warfare, I guess. So until the next video, I thank you all for watching. Stay true to me troops, and I'll see you in game.